Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that is absolutely critical for any product manager, really getting a handle on UI and UX. And look, this isn't just about making things pretty. This is about building products people actually truly want and need. Okay, so let's just start with this giant number on the screen, $120 million. Now, this number represents huge investment, but believe me, it is not a success story. It's actually the price tag of a spectacular failure, and it holds a lesson that is, well, priceless for anyone building a product. And this brings us to the cautionary tale of Juicero. They took that $120 million and built this super sleek, Wi-Fi connected, $700 juice machine. The whole idea was you'd buy their special juice packs, and this machine would squeeze them with like 4 tons of force. The only problem? It didn't take long for people to realize you could just squeeze the packs with your hands, and you'd get the exact same juice. That whole expensive machine? Yeah, completely and utterly useless. So how on earth does something like this happen? How does a company with that much cash, all that Silicon Valley hype, build something so unnecessary? Well, it all comes down to one big question that every single product manager has to answer. How do you stop yourself from building something nobody actually needs? Top design firms like IDEO, they have this awesome framework for innovation. They say that for any product to truly succeed, it has to live right in the middle of these 3 circles. First, you've got feasibility. That's, can we physically build this thing? Then there's viability. Can we make money doing it? And maybe most important of all, desirability. Do people even want this? And this right here just perfectly shows where Juicero went completely off the rails. Was it feasible? Oh yeah, for sure. They built an incredibly complex, powerful machine. But was it desirable? Not even close. People wanted fresh juice, sure, but they definitely didn't want or need some over-engineered, crazy expensive appliance to get it. And because it wasn't desirable, it was never going to be viable. It failed on the 2 things that good UI/UX design is supposed to solve. So to build products people actually desire, we have to get the basics right. Think of UI, the user interface, as the actual tools you're giving someone. It's the buttons, the sliders, the text on the screen. But UX, the user experience, that's the overall feeling they get when they use those tools. Is it easy? Is it intuitive? Does it make them feel smart? Or does it just make them want to throw their phone against the wall? Okay, so to build that great user experience, there's this fantastic framework from a book by Jesse James Garrett called The Elements of User Experience. And it's basically a roadmap that helps you get from a kind of vague idea to a real, tangible product in a way that actually makes sense. The genius of this framework is that it builds from the ground up, so every decision you make has a purpose. You start at the very bottom with the abstract stuff, the strategy. That's your why. Why does this product even exist? Then you move up to scope, figuring out exactly what it's going to do. Then comes structure, which is like the blueprint for how a user gets around. After that, you've got the skeleton, the wireframes and layouts. And only then, at the very, very top, do you get to the surface, the final look and feel. See? Each layer supports the one above it. So, we have the framework, which is great, but how do we put it into action? Let's talk about some really fundamental rules for great design that can make a product way, way better. First up is this idea called progressive disclosure, and it's a super powerful way to handle complexity. The idea is simple. Don't overwhelm your users. Just show them what they need for the step they're on right now. If they want more details, they can ask for it. It's all about creating focus. For a perfect example of what not to do, just look at the old Yahoo homepage from back in 2000. This thing is the definition of information overload. It's just a wall of links and categories, and everything is yelling for your attention all at once. It's a lot. Now, compare that to Google's homepage from the exact same year. It's beautiful, right? This is progressive disclosure in action. 1 search box, 2 buttons. That's it. By showing you less, they actually created a calmer, way more focused experience that just let you do the one thing you came there to do. No distractions. All right, our second big principle is a balancing act that every product manager knows all too well: the flexibility-usability trade-off. The general rule is this: the more features and flexibility you cram into a product, the harder it usually is to use. More power often means more complexity. Just think about a TV remote. You've got the simple one, right? Power, volume, channels. Super easy to use, high usability, but it can't do much else.
Then you have that crazy universal remote with like 50 buttons. It's incredibly flexible, it can control your whole house, but for most people, it is a usability nightmare.
Now we get to the really fascinating part, because great design isn't just about moving buttons around on a screen. It's about understanding the psychology of the people we're designing for. It's the why that drives what they do. You see, our brains aren't just one single thing. They kind of operate on 3 different levels. You've got the ancient reptilian brain, that's all about survival, fight or flight. Then there's the limbic system, our emotional center. And finally, there's the neocortex, the new kid on the block that handles all the rational, logical thought. And you know what? Great design speaks to all 3. And this brings us to a huge truth in design. You have to plan for people to mess up. Your users will make mistakes. They'll get distracted, they'll click the wrong thing, they'll forget what to do next. So instead of designing for some perfect, ideal user, you have to design for reality. You have to expect errors and give people an easy way to recover from them. Okay, let's bring it all home. Let's recap the key things you can take away and actually apply to your own work so you can avoid making your own $120 million mistake. First, always start with your users' needs. Put desirability first. Second, get your UI/UX folks involved from day one, not just at the end to make it pretty. Third, design for real, messy, distractible humans, not for perfect robots. And finally, measure how your product is doing and use that real data and feedback to keep making it better and better. And this brings us right back to where we started, with Chusero. They proved their product was technically feasible, no doubt, but they completely failed to ask the most important question. So I'll leave you with this to think about for your own projects. You know what users can do with your product, but are you sure you haven't mistaken that for what they actually want?